All right. So, today is a rainy night in Houston. So, I figured since there's not much else to do, I'd take a look at a issue. Let me take a look over here. And figure out, well, maybe I can make this bot that I've been playing around with on Matrix, the newest hotness of chat. If anybody hasn't taken a look, go to matrix.org, take a look at element.io, all that sort of stuff. Seems to be the future of encrypted chat now that all the Zoomers and assorted people that are coming and flooding the internet don't like IRC. They want something that's more like Slack, but without the pervasive surveillance. So, as such, they get Matrix solving this problem out there for them. Of course, the OGs would always just use IRC, or they would use XMPP with the plugin for OTR, something like that, if they wanted fully encrypted stuff. But this does it seamlessly. You can see right here, I have my little bot, named it Cosmos for now, and it can respond and do all sorts of stuff. CMD, hello. And it responds as you would expect. But today, what we're looking at is seeing whether we can provide the ability to mention the requesting account's name in the bot's reply. Now, I'm gonna start taking a look here and do a dive into the code. So while I'm doing that, I usually like to have a little bit of music playing. So I'm going to start that up right now. Just to evade the YouTube censors, it's probably going to be something a lot of people may not have heard before. Going to be playing this from the soundtrack of Rudra no Hiho, which never got released in the United States, so the MAFI AA probably won't give a crap. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so you can see I got my tmux pane up here, looking into what I've got on my deployment, because as you know, the best way to edit is edit a deployment that's out in production, that's actually serving, and all that sort of stuff. So, let's see. I was doing a git grep earlier, right before I started, just to give me kind of a look at whether this is feasible. And I looked for sender, because typically whenever a bot is reading a room's messages, it's going to have to figure out who's the sender, something like that, just so that you can at the very least verify that it's not the bot itself sending a message and not reply to itself in an endless loop over and over and over again. So I saw that there was several of these. There's like syntax to room. There was also, I saw the, hey, we got an invite to room from event.sender. Event.sender here sounds precisely like the data that this bug here, or feature request rather, is attempting to get, this event.sender here. So I figured, well, let's take a look. Let's go look in callbacks.py here. So you can see we've got this sender here highlighted. And whenever we're in this def message, which is basically the subroutine that we're in whenever a message is being handled. Of course, this is Python 3, so you have the async keyword for all of your defs. So that means it can be run asynchronously within whatever type of runner script you've got going on. So we get the message, and yep, just as I was saying earlier, it ignores messages from itself. If event sender is self.client.user, return, easy enough. So we've got debug there message, and then we're processing the message. So we've got message.message. If it has a command prefix and the room member count is greater than 2, then we're looking for general messages. And yes, the way Matrix is set up is somewhat interesting. Whenever you are in a DM with someone, it's actually a room. And you can invite other people into the DMs, which is very similar to how you can do it in some of these other newfangled things like Slack, to where you just kind of have rooms that auto-set themselves up amongst various people you've invited to it. And, you know, honestly, that makes a lot of sense to not really have that distinction between message and private message, just make it a room between the two. At the very least, you can deduplicate some code in that manner. let's see. So otherwise, in a 1v1, if it has a command prefix, then command process. So then it looks like we have to either take a look at this message here for the general message listener, or we can take a look at command here, because you can see in this we're passing in the event in both cases, so we should have the data available to it. Now I just need to take a look at message and command. I'll take a look at message itself first. So we import message from message responses, we import message, and we import command from bot commands. Okay, so let's take a look at message responses.py. And so we've got our message object here. Pretty short class overall. So let's see, self-client, star, and then we process it, which I believe is what we were looking for here. Yeah, okay. So we do await message.process. So we passed it in and we're processing. All right, if the self process and possibly respond. Content.lower equals hello world, await self.hello world. Okay, and then async def hello world, say hello, hello world, syntax to room. Okay, that's interesting. So basically this is somewhat stubby, looks like, for this message. So that's probably not what we're actually caring about here. So let's take a look back to here. Oh, okay, so processes a message if it's in a public room without command prefix. So this is basically if you wanted it to respond without a command prefix. Let me take a look here. Let's test this out real quick. Okay, so hello world. Ha 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 ha. So hello world is the same as see hello, just because of that hard-baked thing in there. So that's kind of interesting. There's possibly some different directions that the project here could go with message, where you don't necessarily have commands baked in, but you have message triggers, which I don't know. I kind of like that. That could be kind of neat. But at the same time, it also suggests some duplication here, where you've got the command prefixing. Okay. So if it has a command prefix, then, and interestingly, this only happens whenever there's a room, the member count is only 2. You can see in bot test here, it's just me and the bot. Yep, so that makes a lot of sense. All right, has command prefix. We are going to remove, we're going to strip the command prefix. That makes sense, okay. And then we're going to send it to command, which, if we were looking earlier, is over here in bot commands. All right, so let me take a look here. All right, so everything's looking good on the stream. Let's take a look at that just for a second. Okay, so I'm still somewhat curious about this little header here, but I'm just going to ignore that. All right, so we got the command dict, and what are we doing in our commands? So we're doing command.process, so we're going to look for def process. And we already have self.event stored here, so we already have self here. All right, logger debug and regex match. So help ayuda man, yeah, so score all that sort of thing. Yeah, rescate. All right. So now we send something to the command dictionary. So we're sending in matched command args equals self.args, and so then we need to know what is formatting our args here, because what we're doing with OS command is we are sending to command over argv to the individual script on the back end. You can see, like, say I'm gonna open up tab eno. Okay, so in eno scripts, hello.sh, you can see all it's doing is shooting out to a bash script. I've modified it slightly so that it would give Cosmos quotes, that sort of thing, and just shuffle with N1 so that it would only give one. So if we were wanting to make something else here, let me open up real quick here. Tab new slash, and I believe it's bin. Yeah, bin. And I think, well, let me control Z this here real quick. Yeah, there's nothing in there right now. Okay, so basically, if I want, since I've already configured this to use a outside bin for all of the non-built-ins, you can see I chopped up this one here, but yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to make a small Perl script here, bin mention, or, well, I'm trying to think of a good name for this. So we're trying to get it to talk back to you. All right. Ooh, I know. Insult.pl. Okay. Strict use warnings. And that's one of the great things about this bot framework. Since it's shelling out here, you can use basically whatever the heck you want to run your script. Let's take a look and go for user equals the okay, we're gonna die if user if user, right, and then I'm going to go over to mod plus x. Okay, insult.pl, chown. Make sure I did that right. Everything's looking good. Okay. So now we can head back in there, foreground it, load the file. Okay, no wait, I know what I was wanting to do. Let's run it real quick just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing here. Alright, bin. No user, makes sense. Okay. Cool. Everything's looking like we should want it to. Alright. Now I need, let's see if there's any Acme modules that can actually help me here real quick. Perl insult. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Sometimes it's best to relieve stress by calling your friends and coworkers names. However, doing so directly is awkward and might lead to one of those meetings with the manager where words like disappointment and failed expectations are involved. Ooh, I'm liking this. Acme, Scurvy, Horse, and Bildrat. Hey, I'm liking that one. Okay, so that's an IRC bot one. Hey, this looks right. Alright, and it takes... Yes, we are going to make Cosmos its own little sailor. Okay, that will work for me. That will work to prove the point. Alright, let us go and T-pan M. Oh. Oh, of course. Whee! Let's go! Alright, C-pan M. Alright, distribution installed. So goals. Let's just select that. Alright, so we got the language pirate. User. And let's see how that goes. All right. Oh, no. Maybe I should actually just call it insult then. Okay, need to add a new line. Hey, delivered grog shy Bildrat. Okay, let's see how it does. Okay, let's make this a little bit more grammatically correct. Arr, you swab. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking real good. Okay, so we've got our script. Let's take a look now over here at... So we've got all this. Now we just need to know what args we're going to have here. So I'm not seeing where the event is being passed in, but we should have the actual... Yeah, we're just not using the event, are we? Nope, we're just not using the event, so that tells us why we can't do it. That makes perfect sense there. Okay, so args. matrix. Okay. So how would we best go about this? Because we have our event here. And so normally our args are basically what we supply on the command line, which in this case could actually be very good. So I could do insult username and it would insult the username. That's actually very strong, but without it, it should most definitely insult the user. So let me think here. I think we may have to make sure that the command dict understands that it should pass the username as a argument. I think that's what we need to do. Alright, so we can kill out of that. Alright, so we've got... So take a look at our command dict here real quick. Config, commands.yaml. Alright, so we've got these sorts of things that are here. Let's add one down here. Insult. Insult. And that will be our match. And let's see. CMD will be insult.pl. Help. Okay, markdown, convert, false, formatted, true, code, false. Okay. So now if we restart the bot, we should be able to see that. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see here. All right. We have gotten that, so let's restart it. Restart Cosmos. Okay, so Cosmos should be restarted. And let me go over to, well, I'll just insult myself in here. Okay. Insult. Okay, insulted is in. So far nothing, so we probably screwed something up. Alright. Let's take a look. Alright, so... That's interesting. Oh, wait. I know what I did wrong. Heh. Ha. Well, so I've discovered what seems to happen a lot of times whenever you have a busted command is the bot here seems to go down. So, you know, I guess it's hooker code, but that's just not a surprise. I mean, whenever you're dealing with stuff that's all community done, especially chatbots, that's pretty good as an expectation, honestly. That's not bad. So, let's see here. Why exactly do we have this going on? So regex is insult, but I think we should have dot star or yes, I believe that would be the case. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe it just wasn't detecting it or something like that. Anyways, we'll give it a shot. Okay. See. What is it? Insult me. Aha! R. Perfect. Okay. So we have our thing to where it will actually respond to users, something like that. But we're not being self-referential yet. So let us get to that part of it. Okay. So I think what I need to do, let's take a look here. So, I think what I'm going to do is, since we have access to self here, and we have information from the command dict, so what I can do is alter our command dictionary so that we can have a different property for default arg, something like that. And for default arg, I will specifically tell it to reference self.event.sender. And I think that's how we're going to get it to work. Yeah. Or I will just have it specifically mention sender and have the code on the back end here translate it. That's probably going to be a little bit better for users. So let's make a perspective thing here. Let's make default arg. And I think that's fine. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Default arg will be sender. Sender will be a sender. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't add the comment there. Anyways, for now I don't have to worry about that. I'll worry about cleaning it up later. So let's take a look at command dict. Dict.py, and I believe get cmd. Just git command, git help, git opt. A lot of this seems kind of like it could get a little bit of refactoring, because having all of these named ones, you could have a git and just have git the yeah. I think I see what I think I see how we can do this here. Yeah, just a normal getter would actually make a lot of sense here. get self. Interesting. Value. Turn self dot commands. Really that simple. So all right. Def get default arg. May as well just be args. So let's do self command turn get self dot get command. And what did we name this here? Default arg. Well, let's make a default args. Alright. And that ought to do that, I think. Now all I have to do is do get default args and have it return the dictionary of that. And I think I should make this into a YAML array. Let me remember that. YAML array! Please shut up. Okay, delete node. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, so in YAML you can easily create multi-line strings, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Let me remember here. Yep, just sequence. Okay, that's what I figured. But I can, since this one's pretty simple, I can always just do this and say sender. Yep. Okay. So let's do that. Alright, so get default args will return me that, and take a look at oh, can I do that though? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Self.args or self.command dict get default args. for matched command. And that will make sense. So let's see here. And we are doing self.os command. Well, let's make this. Well, one thing that I'm thinking of here that could be problematic is, so we have no, well, maybe not, because this is only happening whenever we have no actual. Yeah. Okay. I like this. Okay, I think we're fine here. All right, so we got our argv list, command plus args. Let's do a little mongling here on our args here. Now, if args. Damn it. Now I just need to remember all this Python stuff. But anyways, what I need to do is access our array here and check if in array sender. And then if that's the case, replace the argument with the actual sender of the message. So let's go for Python 3. Remember. Python list. Okay, lists. List member. Yeah, so list 0. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be very similar to Perl then. All right, that's good. Arg 0. Equal. Yeah, Python doesn't have the string EQ kind of crap that Perl does it? Sender. Then zero equals self dot. Let's see what we got here. I believe it's event.sender. Yeah. Let's give that a shot. I think that's going to give me what I want. So let us keep going here. And go for... I think that's going to be it. I think. Just doing a secondary check just to make sure I got everything right here, basically. Event.sender. Yep. Okay, so that's exactly what I want, I think. Alright, let us restart the bot. Everything's looking good there. See, hello. Are you awake, little bot? May have caused a syntax error. Python 3, check syntax. Python-m, that's right. Bot commands. Okay. Well, it can't be that because I didn't edit anything there. So, presumably something else weird going on here. Well, let's see if it's just the string EQ check that I'm doing here wrong. Is. Oh, God. Okay, well, so equal should be fine. That's what I was thinking it was. Is. Okay, well, we can always try is. Okay. Well, let us kill this real quick and restart the bot. So it's not that. Something else is causing it to crash and burn, and of course we're not getting anything logged because we're probably just... Alright. Get default args. Maybe it's this OR here. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. Well. Don't give a craps. Yeah, I was thinking it was OR. Ah, damn it. I think I see what's going on there. Is it's not returning actually the object like... Ugh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. So, we'll stop with that for now. Let's try that. All right. And we we still got things absolutely T-boned, so there's something else that we're missing here. All right. Well. Oh, that's probably why it is. It's just me being stupid there. Let's give this a shot. Boy, that's dumb of me. Hello. Ah. Seriously. Okay. Well, let us continue to see here. I'm sure it's something that's right in front of my nose, but since I am Mr. Perl Programmer and not Mr. Python Programmer, it's probably something that I'm being extremely stupid about. This should make a difference. Let's take a look at our YAML here. Maybe the YAML is shit. Maybe I need to increase the freaking debug logging or something. I don't know, man. Well, how about this? Since we had... Let's try this. Actually, I'll just comment them out for now. I hope it doesn't care about, like, where the comment line thing is, because if it's caring about the indentation for that, kill yourself. Oh god, you know. Works. Oh yes, down here is what I was looking for. Me no Reiki that one. No Reiki that at all. Alright. So wonder if it dies on bad keys. Huh. Didn't even send you a restart though. Oh god. So basically I edited the YAML and suddenly it's like, yeah, we're good. Okay, so then there's something that I'm missing here on the YAML keys themselves. Either I'm making malformed YAML by that last little array, which shouldn't be the case, or, well, one second guys, I gotta take care of this dog. Alright, I am back. Yay. Okay. So, let us see here. Well, if that's the case, then let's go back to our command dict.py and see what we got here. Because presumably it's got to be doing something about this, so it's asserting sanity here. And Defined paths must be strings. So commands must be dictionaries. Ah, ha 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 ha. So point 4. Default args. And for now, that's all I'll do because I think that's all I'll need. All right. Well, let's keep these up for now. All right, so we have done that. Running, so that's good. Oh. Interesting. I like this. I like this a lot. At least it's giving me data. List index is out of range. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so we got our get default args. And we're looking at if, well, we'll need and. Can I do a length check on a dictionary here? Python check dictionary length. So Lynn, okay. Lynn. Or is it len.args? Just len.dict, okay. Let's give that a shot. That's unfortunate. Maybe I need to surround it with parens. Because, you know, that's normally the programmer answer for whenever you have problems. If there are problems with some sort of syntax error in any sort of statement, keep surrounding with parentheses until it no longer seems confusing to the compiler. Nope, still seems confusing to it. Still seems mega confused. So, let us see. That's real freaking annoying. Yay. Okay. Python multiple check if statement. Because apparently that's a little bit difficult. I mean, that seems to be the case. Most unfortunate. Perhaps it needs a space in between if. Lord. Alright. Disaster. Okay. Let's at least verify that this is our syntax error. Nope. Not the syntax error. All right. Well, that's really annoying. In fact, incredibly annoying. Okay. Oh, let's try this first, because that looks less space case. And also, let's comment it out first, because... And of course, it immediately recovers. Yes, hello there. Okay, so... that was likely our problem. Looking good so far. Come on. Nope. Alrighty. What else? What else? What else? Hey, how's it going?
I'm observing your stream.
Yeah, cool. Well, in any case, looks like, you know, we're just right at about the cusp of where we would want to be. But so far we're getting hamstrung because the two key parts here that I need to make this work, the command dictionary is already working just fine. I've added the default args and that sort of thing and gotten over the problems with that for getting to where you can self-reference this bot's, like, who it's coming from, something like that. So if I do...
come from statement.
Yeah, but anyways, if I do, like, C insult George... it will insult you properly, but what I'm trying to do is if you have C insult but without any arg, it appends a default arg, which is the sender of the message initially, so that it will insult you instead.
Nice.
So what I'm doing over here in botcommands.py, you can see I have these two statements that cause a syntax error whenever they are included. So
this is Python, right?
Python 3, yes.
Do you know about KW args?
Oof. No, I do not know about this KW-args. But what I'm doing here is trying to do an if statement on a dictionary called self.args.
Oh, okay. So we already have a dictionary that's coming in of the arguments.
Yo-ho. So you can see args is self.args here that it's passing down an OS command. And I'm trying to say if not length for this self.args dictionary, which I would think would work, right?
You'd commented that out, right? Yes?
Yes, I had commented it out previously because the bot crashes whenever it is not
Well, that's because
out.
of where the elif is. I mean, you've got your if and then your else. That's really your problem. It's in the wrong block.
Disaster. And of course, okay, let's see if that works. Let's see, hello. Nope, it's fudged. Yep, now it's dead. So,
What did it say in the log?
it ain't saying shit.
Oh, well,
So that's the only thing that's frustrating about it.
okay, so do you have the ability to just python.c this botcommands.py, see if it's having trouble?
Yeah. Python-m py compile. So it's thinking that def is a syntax error for something that's completely unrelated, so I don't know what the hell it's smoking there, but it's definitely smoking some like big Jimmy crack rocks. So thus far I'm looking at the little syntax error checker here and it seems to be a complete disaster, useless. So I'm probably just using it incorrectly, but whatever.
Okay.
Let's see if it has to be in the dir. Nope.
No, that's never going to be a problem. If the syntax checker is wrong, it's because it's either got a custom grammar.
Yeah, I'm guessing async is some sort of custom grammar here, or it's using the async keyword without importing async or something like that. Lord knows. Probably in the context that it's actually doing here, it's fine because async was imported by,
so
say...
what's importing bot commands?
So, command is the class. Let's grep for command.
Looks like callbacks, probably.
Yep, callbacks.py.
Okay, so that'll probably be what you want to compile because it's probably inheriting a.
Yep. Okay, so let's go to Python 3, whatever. -m py compile.
Yeah, it looks.
Pile, bot. Oh, it's apparently I just need to be using Python 3, but regardless, it's a complete disaster Titanic, I guess.
Well, no, I mean, if the bot isn't doing anything, but it's not a compile failure, then you should get a log somewhere, yes?
From what I can tell, it eats any of the types of errors like that, unless it's captured from the stage where it's actually sending a command. Then it will send it to the chat, which is kind of interesting, but somewhat frustrating.
Was it just sitting there in a startup loop and never able to get anything done?
I don't know. Well, it's running now. Well.
You can see it's doing like logger.debug shit. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be some way to actually log stuff.
Okay, so yay, I got that. Now I'll go here and make sure that it's wake up time to die.
I'll put a mark inside of your log. The other thing you can do is you can put a mark after your if clause while you're running it.
All right.
Okay, so it just hangs.
Yeah, or it just, you know, splashes down. Seems so.
Yeah. What's the process doing? Yep, seems like it just crashed. Okay, so that's going to be runtime error, probably due to whatever property you're accessing.
Yeah, it's got to be some sort of runtime thing, like, you know, so Lin on self.args asplodes or something. I don't know.
So here's the question: whatever's processing self.args, why can't you just allocate something and avoid whatever this nutty data structure is? And set and just hard code whatever default you want, or grab it from a configuration somewhere else. I mean, that's the point. Is that
the point of what I'm doing here is that if self.args is not set, then go get the default. And I've already set up the function for doing it over here. So
get default args is a new function you've made? On the command dict object?
Yo-ho! I even gave it a just generic getter because it was doing like non-generic getter, so.
Okay, interesting. So.
And that works fine. As far as I can tell.
So then you're doing self.get commands and then default underscore args. So does that work when you just run it somewhere? In fact, forget your if clause. Just idiot log it immediately.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's just get retarded over here. Logger.info.
I mean, it's either going to be your if clause making it explode, or it's going to be your method call making it explode, right?
Yeah, I need to do an import here. P format from pprint, and I don't need any of these. Okay. Because as you know, everything is data structure, so you gotta use p format. Come on, man.
So then it is something wrong with the means by which you're doing the so just dump the command dict. See what methods it has defined. Because if it doesn't have get default args, well, I mean that would be a problem. But anyways, yes.
You know, what am I supposed to think about that, right?
Command.dict was obviously not defined, but it's really quite unfortunate that it decides to not actually print anything. Are you even getting your... you have to do from, yeah.
You know, this is what I get for not being a Python programmer, but okay, so we got some sus. Okay, so yay. Alright.
Issue your command and watch it dump it. It's already running it under this, right? Is match command defined in that scope? No, it's not. There's your problem.
Alright, so we've got our match command here. Let's make sure that we get it. Nope. Still dying. Okay.
So then the command dict itself, let's take a look at it. See if it even has get default args. I mean, you can define it all you want, but if the data object you have doesn't have it because it's been subclassed by something crazy, I'm just saying, sometimes it helps to dump data structures when it's doing things that seem insane.
I mean, yes, but p format should have been doing that with the command dict period already. But
well, I never saw you look at the log for that.
Yes, I did.
Where is it?
Beep.
Okay, object at. So then you need a more long and in surround sound actual dumper.
Yep. So apparently old p format ain't the old standard no-mo. Python 3 dump object. Alright, so... Wow, that sounds extremely lame.
Well, now it's more like JavaScript.
Yeah. That does not
Is there a
smart
crazy little PyPy object that actually does it? Because I mean, there's no reason to live without a data dumper. Yeah, there's a dumper now on PyPy there. There you go.
Oh. My lord. Praise this beast. Finally there's actually useful software here.
Well, I mean,
oh my.
I find it difficult to believe that they wouldn't have a data dumper.
And what is it? Dumper. Yes, please. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Well, you're doing a TikTok video right now.
Yeah, obviously.
So yeah, you should be able to dump the sort of thing now.
Okay. Dumper. Dump.
Is that what it's called, or is it called dumper?
It appears to be dump.
Good.
Hello. Okay, let's find out what else we did wrong here.
Is there possibly a wrong level of tabination somewhere up in the file? Because that's really easy to do whenever you're grabbing and jumping code around in Python.
Doesn't appear to be so. Well,
Just dump self, whatever.
yeah, I guess so, man. Nerd.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep it simple.
Disaster, amigo.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just disaster, complete disaster. So I'm gonna have to debug this a little bit further and deeper. So I think that's probably gonna be enough for me today. I'm about tired of dealing with it. So I say thanks for watching if you've been watching. Done for today.